Good evening, YTPC. Mark here. Oh, I'll just move that back a little bit. There we go. So I'm not looking right up my nose. I hope everybody is well. No pipe tonight. I thought I would have this leaf cigar by Oscar Maduro. I've had this a while now, about a year. I have tried one once before. I think I got 3 cents, if memory serves. I did have one, and I kept 2, so I've got 1 left. But I love how they wrapped up in this tobacco leaf. I'll keep that because I will roll it up and put it in my pipe. Although saying that, might need a bit of hydration. It's rather dry, but look at the colour on that. Absolutely, oh, it's like a stick of licorice. Oh, that smells like puppy dog breath. You know what it does? It reminds us of puppy dog breath. Where's that come from? How weird is that? Yeah. So straight cut. I'm not doing a V on this. There we go. Let's give the dry draw a try. Oh, very grassy. Very, very grassy. Not a bad draw. Now tonight, I'm going to pair it with one of my favourite drinks. Now, I found out when I was 19 that I was allergic to one of the ingredients that goes into lager. It made myself quite ill. And the doctor told us that I wasn't allowed to drink any alcohol whatsoever for at least a year. So you can imagine what it was like being 19-year-old and told that you weren't allowed to have any alcohol whatsoever for a year. Yeah, it went down like a lead balloon. But when I did start drinking again, I was told to obviously drink proper beers, you know, as it's made naturally. It's not basically a man-made chemical like lager. I can have the odd lager now, but I can't go back onto it sort of like every week like I once did when I was younger. So I got into Guinness, and when I moved down into Berkshire when I was 26, I found it quite hard to find Guinness in some of the pubs. I know that sounds quite strange, but the alternative that they had was a drink by Murphy's, which is pretty much similar to Guinness, but I found that I really enjoyed this a lot more. Now, it became really hard to find Murphy's recently. There used to be sort of like a little cheapish shop called B&M in the UK, and I used to be able to get the odd cans from there. That used to be sort of like a cream and black tin. I haven't seen it for about 5 years at least. Anyway, I just happened to be in the supermarket yesterday, and it looks like it's been rebranded. The tin was all black as opposed to the cream and black. And here it is. So yes, I'm quite excited to. It's going to be my first sip of Murphy's for a long time. Cheers, everyone. That's nice. And sticking with the Irish theme, obviously I do have a chaser, and that is, if I can find the bottle, oh, it's just down here, is the Sexton Single Malt Irish Whiskey. Again, this is a really good whiskey. Quite surprised. Was on special offer at the time. I think I sent a bottle of this to Uncle Phil, if I'm not mistaken, because I enjoyed it so much. I can't remember what the original price of it was, but it was on offer. I thought I'll get it to try, and yeah, it's good stuff. So again, cheers. Oh, that aftertaste. Very, very sweet aftertaste I get from this. It's almost like pear drop sweets. So anyway, let's get on with the cigar. I feel like Salt Bay when I like that. I should probably light it like that, shouldn't I? Pair of sunglasses on. I suppose everybody has their own little quirky ways of lighting their cigars. Oh, that's nice. I do like a cigar with a coffee. I like a pipe with a coffee, but sometimes when you get a really good tasting cigar, you really need to pair it with something alcohol. It's, oh, it's just really lovely. Really nice. Excuse me. Mm. Something I've getting back into recently, while I've been sat out here, I've decided to dig out my copy of The Hobbit, and I've been giving it a bit of a reread recently. It's funny because in that sort of not bitter but slight acidic nuttiness of the cigar, and then the real sweetness out of that whiskey. Really nice. This has got a really nice room smell to it. I know a lot of times when you smoke these, usually I do get a little bit of a room note, and then sort of once I get into about a third of it, it just you go nose blind to it. But it is nice when you, like for me, when I leave the garage, and then I'll come back either the next day or a few hours later if I'm going to have another bowl or whatever, and you walk in and you just, oh, you get those aromas. You can't beat a really good smelling cigar. And this is one of them. Strangely enough, smoking this, it's drying out my mouth. It doesn't happen a lot, but every now and then I will get a tobacco that it really dries the inside of the mouth. So I've got this handy, isn't it? Very nice. I haven't ordered any cigars for a while now. I think because again, I've accumulated a few. I kind of went down the route with the tobacco that I found ones that I really did enjoy, and I was struggling to find sort of individual cigars. I was tending to having to buy like a pack of 20 or 25. So I kind of stuck, because I was getting that amount. I just stuck with the ones that I really knew I enjoyed a lot, and I've kind of got those ones. But I need to start just getting the odd ones again. Start trying something new again. It's one of the reasons why I wanted this tonight, because I sort of been having I sort of have like a running order of sort of cigars that I like to try. It's sort of like me Casa de Nicaragua or me Tatuajes. So I just thought, oh, I fancy something, because it's been a while since I've had a cigar. I want something that's a little bit different, not so much run of the mill. So yeah, I thought I'd have this tonight. oh, a little bit of a void there. Can you see? It's blown out a little bit at the side there. I might try a purge on this. I'm not getting anything too acidic. I might just give it a little go. I do have a feeling there is something in there. Wow, okay. Yeah, as you can see on the front of that, it almost blew out the front of the cigar there. That was a bit of a purge. I haven't had a purge like that for a good long time. And the surprising thing is I wasn't getting a very acidic taste from the cigar either, so I'm pretty sure there's probably another pocket of that further in. Retrohale on this is almost floral. Really nice. And I've noticed a little change in the taste there as well, which I tend to find when I do a purge. It hasn't changed a great deal. That's why I'm surprised that it had so much flame coming from that, because I didn't get anything too acidic. Normally when I know I'm hitting something, it's like really like 9-volt battery on your tongue sort of taste. You know, I know what to do with. Yeah, but that's really made a bit of a mess. So it's had quite a pocket of gas in the middle there. So I was probably right about that little blowout there. You can see it's still kind of in there. Mm. Wow. Okay. It's blown out quite quick now, so I think the majority of it's gone. Mm. Well, I'm going to sit back and enjoy the rest of this. Crack open another can, because this one's just about finished now. So until next time, to your very good health. I'll catch you all again soon. Bye for now. Take care.